Let me tell you a secret about the Earth. A secret that's happening right now, under your feet. You can't see it. You can't hear it. But it's always there. It has never stopped, not even for 1 second. There's a storm deep underground, inside the Earth. But this is not rain or thunder like we see in the sky. No, this storm is made of fire and melted metal. It's hot, heavy, and always moving. And believe it or not, it's protecting us every single day. Let's go on a journey deep into the Earth and see how this amazing storm works. Imagine you're going deep, deep into the ground. First, you pass the soil, rocks, and caves. Then you go even deeper. You pass through hard rock called a mantle. It's so hot there, but it's still not the deepest part. Now you reach the center of the Earth, the core. But the core has two parts. The inner core is a solid metal ball. The outer core is liquid metal. This is where the storm lives. This storm is not made of clouds. It's made of hot, melted iron. Imagine a giant pot of soup, but instead of soup, it's metal. And instead of bubbling, it's spinning and swirling like a giant whirlpool of fire. This liquid metal is always moving, twisting, turning, rising, and falling. And that movement creates something magical. It creates a magnetic field, like a huge invisible shield that surrounds a whole Earth. Why does this metal move? Because the center of the Earth is still hot, extremely hot. That heat rises up and makes the metal swirl. Also, the Earth is spinning. Just like when you stir water in a cup, the spinning makes the metal flow in circles. This never stops. The heat and spin keep the metal moving forever. That's why we call it the eternal storm. Eternal means it never ends. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. That moving metal creates electricity, and that electricity forms a magnetic field, a kind of invisible force that wraps around the Earth. Think of it like a giant bubble. This bubble protects us from the dangerous stuff that comes from the sun, like radiation, solar storms, harmful particles. Without this shield, our planet would be in big trouble. We might lose our atmosphere. Our electronics could get fried. Even life might disappear. But thanks to the eternal storm, we are safe. That same magnetic field is what makes compasses work. When you hold a compass and it points north, that's the magnetic field doing its job. Birds, turtles, and other animals also use it. It helps them travel thousands of kilometers without getting lost. All because of the storm deep below us. Isn't that amazing? Sometimes, the sun sends strong waves of energy toward the Earth. When this happens, the magnetic field fights back. But at the north and south poles, a few particles sneak through. When they touch our sky, they create beautiful lights called the Aurora Borealis Northern Lights and Aurora Australis Southern Lights. These are the dancing green and red lights you may have seen in pictures. So yes, those beautiful lights, also a gift from the eternal storm. Now, here's something strange. The Earth's magnetic field is changing. It has been slowly getting weaker for the last 200 years. Scientists think the magnetic poles might flip, meaning north becomes south and south becomes north. This has happened before. Not once, not twice, but many times in Earth's long history. If it happens again, we may see more solar energy getting through. Our satellites and power lines may get affected. But don't worry, it takes thousands of years for a flip. It doesn't happen overnight. You might ask, will this storm ever stop? Yes, maybe, but not for billions of years. Right now, the Earth is still hot on the inside, but slowly, very slowly, it is cooling. One day, when the inside cools too much, the liquid metal may stop moving. And if it stops, the magnetic field will disappear. The shield will be gone. Earth will become like Mars, cold, dry, and unprotected. But again, this is billions of years away. We are safer now. You might be wondering, how do we know what's inside the Earth if we've never been there? Good question. Scientists use earthquake waves. They travel through the Earth and tell us what's solid or liquid. Satellites. They track the magnetic field from space. Computer models. They simulate the flow of metal. Even though we can't dig that deep, we have proof that the storm is real. Let's think about it one last time. Every second, deep inside the Earth, hot metal is flowing like a river of fire. That flow is protecting you, me, and everyone on this planet. It's working without rest. It's working without sound. It's the heartbeat of the earth. You walk on the ground every day, but under that ground is something more powerful than thunder, more constant than the wind, more important than we can ever imagine. So the next time your compass points north, or you see lights dancing in the sky, or your phone works perfectly during a solar storm, remember the eternal storm, the storm that never stops, the storm deep, deep under your feet. Want to know more about the world you live in? Subscribe for more.